to rent an apartment in the Dominican Republic, specifically San Pedro de Macoris, which is where we are.
Hello, hola, it's Yonny and Kayla. Hola, hello from the DR of Buffalo.
So I moved to the Dominican Republic in July of 2020. I looked for an apartment for about 6 days. We found one immediately, super close to the school where I work, and that is where we're at right now. So the first thing about renting an apartment as a foreigner, you kind of have to be here because you need to be here to see the apartment. You kind of need to be here to rent it in person and even to look around, because most apartments that are for rent in San Pedro are not online. So you can't go online and look for them. You just have to drive around and write the phone number down and call. So the best way to find the apartment would be to know someone who's already here or to be here yourself. So once we called, well, I didn't call, Mariano called. When Mariano called the number, then we talked to the woman. She owns the apartment building that we're in. We met with her, we talked to her, and she wrote up a contract in Spanish, but she had a lawyer write up the contract for her. I needed my passport and I needed first month rent, last month's rent, and the security deposit in order to get the apartment. So once I did all of that, then I had the contract. Mariano had to read it to me because again, it was all in Spanish, or a lot of the time I just take pictures of things and put them into Google Translate. That's helpful too. But once I had that, then I went to the electric company, EDSD, and I had to give them my passport and give them my contract. They would not turn on the electricity until they had both of those things. Then once I had the electricity, then I moved in. I moved in pretty fast after I got here. Two important things to know about the contract. The contract is only good for a year. So after my first year here, from August of 2020 to August of 2021, the contract was good. But after that, the contract is over, it expires. And at that point, we just pay per month. So we've been paying per month and we'll continue to pay per month until we need more space and we need a bigger apartment. But until then, we just pay every month in Dominican pesos. And then also the contract, once it's over, the landlord can't increase rent by 10%. So usually every year that you stay in an apartment, they have the right, to raise the rent 10%. So our apartment was $11,000 for the first year, and then after that it's $12,000, and then in August of 2022 we will have been here 2 years, and then she could increase it another 10%. She could. She may not, because we may not be able to afford that, so she might leave it, but they can. But overall it was fairly easy to rent an apartment. I mean, the only thing I needed was my passport and the money in pesos, in cash, but that was it. I didn't need a lawyer, I didn't need a bank account in the Dominican or anything like that. The Wi-Fi, we just went to Altice. Again, I gave them my passport, I gave them my rent contract with my address on it, and then they set up the Wi-Fi. So that was that. Let me know if you have any other questions about renting an apartment. I can really only speak to San Pedro de Macoris because that's where we are, and other areas are different, but yeah. Peace out.
I'm doing fine, so ease your worried mind. Sit back and close your eyes. Yeah.